So, this is started off with everything all neatly packed, and there's no place to put anything down. It's all filthy, dirty mud and crap all over. There's not enough garbage cans. It's not the homeless people's fault. It's muddy, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's slushy at the best of times, and gross, and there's no place at all to put your belongings down. It all gets filthy, dirty, everything all organized. You take one thing out to get something, you have no place to put anything down. It all gets turned into a mess. My boots are shitty. I got off Facebook Marketplace. They don't keep my feet warm at all. I think I'm walking right on the rubber, which gets cold, and my feet are absolutely frozen. Yeah. I'm in the homeless mission shelter. I tried to come in the main doors to come in for the supper. And this girl's screaming at me to shut the door, shut the door. I feel like I'm literally gonna die. Literally, I can barely move. I'm so exhausted, I'm so much pain. And no, I can't go to the hospital again. I got banned from AHS property by a piece of shit peace officer. Told not to come back for 2 years, and then I did come back again anyway. And I was told, well, I'm walking, so there's nothing wrong with me. And still no help. Broken arm. And then I never got help from the back injury. How many times can I tell people nobody can see my pain or feel it, so they underestimate? It's 10,000 times worse than childbirth. I'm incapacitated, and I still can't get H to even give me consistent emergency transportation. I'm applying for DATs, but everything takes forever. Then I talk to one worker, and then the next one, and nobody reads my fucking files, and I spend hours and days putting them together. And nobody knows what's going on from one to the next, and I'm told it's not policy. I've already got funding. I couldn't fight for anything at that landlord's house. I couldn't be loud on the phone. I couldn't make calls during the day because or night. I didn't want to disrupt anyone, so I just did emails and gathering up things and texts and emails and a lot of research and putting things together as I go, and as much as I could there, in very low-key phone calls that were quiet as I could. And then I told them, look at what I'm doing, my lawyer work, and my, and doing important things that I need to do for my welfare and for my son, because I want to pay my son back right away. I said that was awful. And don't call him. He's my emergency contact only. And, calm me nice about it, but I warned him. I just called you over and over and over again. And you know what? I know I'm going here, there, and everywhere on this, but I'm freezing. My feet are solid, frozen. It's minus 25 degrees out there. It's now Sunday. I left on Friday morning, or Thursday morning, Thursday morning, Friday, Thursday. It's been 72 hours since I've slept yet. And no, I'm not on drugs. I should be. I know I'm not mentally unwell. Even my family doctor and the doctor before that and a psychiatrist would say, I'll get that all substantiated if I live that long, that there's nothing wrong with me. I'm running on anger, and I'm autistic, and I have all the good qualities of an autistic person. I'm 54 years old. I wasn't allowed to have any of the bad qualities back then. There was no autism. But I need my routine very badly. I need a lot of alone time. I'm very quiet. I'm an exceptionally gifted problem solver, highly logical. I'll put that in everything too. I just did another IQ test today, but like I said in another video, I didn't have $2 to pay for the results, but I wanted to show my son at least, because he doesn't believe me. I have an IQ of 140, a superior ability to retain factual information, and I'm extremely logical. I'm extraordinarily gifted at problem solving. And I avoid problems to begin with. I anticipate everything I do before I do it pretty much. I use logic and I solve the problems before I even do anything. So this is just counterintuitive and torturous for me to go through. I mean, my last video shows that I was a lot more me sitting out there building a little fortress around myself to keep as warm as I could. But I'm exhausted and I'm in so much pain I can barely stand. The hospitals won't do anything. I've tried 7 or 8 times already. Because I'm walking, I'm told there's nothing wrong with me. Nobody does any kind of any surgery on hairline fractured arms. I know they're both broken. I can feel them and hear them going click, click, click. Neither of them have had a chance to heal properly. I can barely twist off a bottle cap. I feel like and I know I'm getting sick again because of eating bread again. Lots of bread. No vegetables again. No oatmeal again. Just whatever served as bread, starchy, weedy stuff with no protein and tiny little bit of vegetables and lots of gluten, and I can't eat that. And I can't eat a bunch of refined, sugary Rice Krispie snacks and chocolate-filled whatever bars. Like, my body can't handle that anymore. And I'm getting tested for colorectal cancer and a mammogram. My mom died of breast cancer. And I have to have a pap smear, all kinds of tests I haven't had done for almost 10 years. I'm 54 years old. I'm sicker than, and I was gonna have all these tests done when I moved in to that room, and I never was able to because of the evidence is showing already that I've sent to my son and my one Earth Angel community member lady. They give me rides whenever she can and feeds me and has witnessed a lot. She's consistent. You know that the phone records show. The first couple of days he phoned me just a couple of times, or the first, I wasn't even there. What was I there for? What? 3 weeks max. The first week he just called me normally. Well, not normally. He still called me all the time. And then it got to be where it was from 6 a.m. till after midnight. Every day. Several times a day. And text messages to boot at the same time. Banging on my door. I had to block him. I told him, just please put notes under my door because I cannot answer you when I'm concentrating on something and I'm in the middle of a, difficult, complicated, paragraph, sentence of something, or texting someone back, or whatever, doing work in there. I'm doing legal work and, doing things that are important that my life depends upon, and my son is, and I can't always just answer you right away. I don't want to be rude, so put a note under my door. I never once said, well, you're disrupting my peaceful, enjoyable living environment, all that other thing. No, I didn't go off like that. I kissed his ass. Like, I did everything possible and then some to make this work. Here, there you go. Yeah. This is where I came. Anyway, so now I'm back here because of that. Ate the staff and the shelter people are fighting. Oh yeah, when I was coming through this back low mobility door, this middle-aged middle-aged man, I was right at the back of the door knocking to try to get in because my feet are frozen and I can't walk unless I'm holding on to somebody or something. I don't have my walker. That's at that landlord's house too, and he's saying he needs $650 more from me on top of my damage deposit, my rent. Bullshit. I'm putting that together. So I'm going through this low mobility door and this young man is helping me and I'm holding on to him and I'm just knocking at the door to let him in. This guy flings the door open. Why fast? As soon as I fall back onto someone else, onto my back, and that's it. I put my stuff down and I somehow managed to have no fucking problem running up to him and pushing him in the back. This is pushing me over the edge. And say, you want to go and fight right now, you piece of shit lazy ass. That's a typical, these grown men who are able-bodied have no business being homeless. The grown-ass, able-bodied ones. And this is what I'm dealing with here. Only a tiny one or two here or there will actually help you do anything. I scared that young man. He took off. I feel like shit. He doesn't know what to think. I'm terribly upset. I'm just trying to be alone and be by myself and not come inside. I'm shaking. Look at I'm shaking. Freezing to death. I can't even pretend. Anyway, and to my son, I wanted to say, so you don't listen to me. You cut me off. You tell me to shut up and that I don't know anything, basically. Put me down all the time. You won't even try to really get to know me. But you could sit there and listen to this character, landlord, that you don't even know from Adam, and listen to him and not hang up on him or tell him to shut up and stick up for me. No. This is how hurtful is that? How disrespectful. I told you to block him, not let him put you in the middle and damage our relationship. And you let him. And I've been telling you, when you're a good person like me and a true Christian and you're not doing anything wrong and you have a light in you and you're doing big things for small people or small things for big people, just how I'm like me for the past 4 years. The vulnerable ones that are earth angels like me, they will see your light and they will gravitate towards you and be kind and helpful and love you up and listen to you and do anything for you. But the evil people out there at the front of the line, EPS officers, I've only met 2 that aren't, and I'm going to be contacting them, but I have to put this all together. I don't want to explain anything more in bits and pieces, and I want it to be all there so that I can just say, here, because I am sick and tired of people asking me a question, but not really, or just making an assumption and looking at me like I'm some kind of piece of shit. Well, damn right I'm filthy dirty. I freshened up in the storage unit bathroom and I practically had a bird bath in there, a stink bath, and I got really clean and everything. The only thing I couldn't do was wash my hair. And now I'm filthy dirty. One day later, I'm filthy dirty, disgusting, a smoke fire burning and blowing in my face, on my clothes. I stink. It's worse than campfire. People put plastic on top of whatever and it stinks. And you have that smoke blowing at you. I mean, you have to keep warm. The police allow it, and the fire trucks. But in another video that I'm going to post before this one, it shows that there was 2 staff members from the Hopeless Mission that came out and insisted on putting water on top of the fire that I burned. When the EPS, there's witnesses, police officers just drove by and said, just move it further, a little bit further away from the building. And it's a concrete building. I said, no problem, officers. And I told them what it consisted of. Isopropyl alcohol, toilet paper in a can, burns, it's clean, no problem. But yeah, I was respectful about it. I moved a little bit, and that was that. Fire trucks went by or other reasons, and ambulances and other EPS officers, and that's all. We're allowed to build fires out here, or we'd all be dead, freezing to death. Most of the time, you're not allowed to be in here. They just expect you to wake up at 8 o'clock and go, or for breakfast, they don't wake you up early, but they do kick you out. I didn't want to talk about that. I don't want to go there. There's a lot in this one. This is a very long video. I can't even be a consistent street mom and not scare this young man. I just dropped my stuff and ran after that guy that pushed me back. I couldn't go in the other door. Was being screamed at by a young disrespectful girl to shut the fucking door and blah blah blah. And I wasn't saying anything. What's wrong? Or whatever, just going on and on and on. These 2 young disrespectful people, like, I'm being pushed to my edge. I shouldn't be here. I should have spent my $8,000 on my trailer and getting that all set up. This never would have happened. I would have had you all already done with, and corporate head office, and my medical appointments, a big chunk of them probably chiropractor already, my medical testing done. I wouldn't have had to borrow this money from you, Logan, more, and we wouldn't have had to have these fights, and I wouldn't have needed your help, and you never wanted to do that in the first place, and you're so generous with your money and everything and loving and whatever, and then the next minute you're a complete asshole to me too. I don't know what you want or what anybody wants anymore from me except the young homeless people that look up to me that I really do a lot with. And I was gonna take this young man and get him a haircut and a nicer outfit and show him how to not be suffering when you're suffering and not be reduced to being a hopeless, helpless victim. And I'm not gonna say this on the video. It's nothing illegal. But secrets that I don't want the powers that be to know, because then they'll just make sure that you can't do any of that either. I'm tired of this. I am beyond tired. That's an understatement. I should be in the hospital. I should be getting treatment. I should have my test done. I'm getting sick again from eating that gluten and that sugar shit. I can barely move. It just makes me so sick. I'm celiac and I'm lactose intolerant. The refined sugar just makes me sick, and that just shuts down my system. And that's all you get here. I was eating super healthy. I showed you pictures of that. Cleaned up after myself. So anyway, the text messages and the calls and the banging on my door. I've got the videos of a lot of that, and the history on my phone, and copies of the conversations. And when I finally blocked them, I gave them warning. It's all corresponding from this date. I got this text and this call and this video was taken, and then this happened, and I was accused of this, and I've got a lot of that on tape. And I just can't express enough. And I will get this in writing, and I will, because, that motel owner, those owners were going to give me they were going to say, we're basically my last landlords, and give me an excellent reference, and they still will. But I'll get this in writing about how highly they thought of me, and what their opinion of me was like, and what my behavior was like. And I can guarantee it was pretty much perfect. Why would I go from spending $5,000 a month to be perfect and not let them even do cleaning and do everything and keep to myself and blah, 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 then go to find just what wasn't perfect, but, you know, I thought a safe, secure, permanent, temporary place to be, looking out the window at the tree in the big room and just be on my better than best behavior. And I've got it in our text messages about how I was doing extra, way extra, and how I was just happy to do my part and more just to keep everyone happy and have nobody hostile at me, and had a really good attitude and tried harder than my best. And Logan Krebs, you think I stomp around and natter on. You only see a certain side of me that really nobody else does, because you work me up so bad. I'm so defensive with you because I don't care what anybody else thinks. I do, but I don't. I mean, I care too much, but with you, I'm defensive. I'm defending myself, and I'm crying, and I truly, like, I so care about what you think. It's an understatement. So you made me feel so bad about myself by putting me down directly, not even listening to me, and just outright had me in tears right away. Couldn't even help me go and do my laundry and take me to that room to rent without giving a shit attitude, saying I don't want to do this shit. I don't have time for this shit. I'm rolling your eyes when you make conversation with me. Like, I know there's some latent hostility and some, you know, pent up hurt. And you're the child and I'm the parent. I get it. But at some point, you have to listen to me and know that I'm your mother and that I will be respected. And I have done more than enough to make all my decisions based around my kids, and look at what it's got me. At the end of the day, no money, owing, fucking misjudged, just disrespected, no place to go and live even and stay. It's disgusting. Who does this to their own mother? And you don't owe me anything. I wouldn't impose on you anyway. And Leah, she's never even met me. But I guarantee you I don't stomp and natter away at all. At all. I can control myself very much. You just get me nervous and defensive and trying so hard to be perfect. And plus I miss you and I get talkative because we don't ever get to talk and everything. I'm trying to fit everything into a half-hour frame of reference now and then where you won't even look me in the eyes or talk to me and ignore me. But you can listen to my landlord, not listen to me. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is another day alive, another day to opportunity to keep trying. And I can't even barely try anymore. I'm in agonizing pain. I can't even get my tests done fast enough, canceling those. And I've got disappointment, legal appointments and medical appointments and test appointments and court appointments and needing to make lots of ACE calls and DATS calls and this call for that and this and the housing and homework trust and this appointment and that appointment, a physio and chiropractor and picking up all my belongings. I've done it pretty much without any of your help, except I super appreciate the times that you have, and you've been generously helping me for the past year, and I never wanted to ask you for any food money, but I was dying of kidney failure, and your sister had me trapped, and I was just saying, I gotta get the fuck out of here, I gotta get the fuck out of here, I gotta get the fuck out of here. We were having good conversations, and I was trying to figure out where to go, and then I figured it out. Move my trailer near St. Albert and be close to you, blah 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 blah. But I get to St. Albert, and you just like were mad I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm getting this out once and for all because I just don't go there. I've given this community member lady the impression of like what's going on because she said everything's fine and you're happy and everything's going good, and then all of a sudden you're just like barely making sense of it all because I said I don't make sense, do I? Because I have to explain things in bits and pieces a little bit by a little bit just to even ask for any kind of help that I deserve from EPS officers and medical staff and frontline workers and resource stuff. And I never even put a dent into anything. It's disgusting, the responses. I couldn't even get a piece of paper from the office at the Hope Mission without the guy at the office desk when I asked him for a piece of paper to write on, looking all around and nervously and confused. There was paper upon paper upon paper everywhere. I was just looking around like I asked him to, I don't even, it was just, I never,